On today's episode, we're going to talk about the basics of the structure of the SBA 504 loan. So there's two loans. There's a senior loan and a junior loan. After the debenture happens, the junior loan gets sold off in the secondary market. So for a construction project, the bank or the lender is going to usually fund the senior loan and the junior loan. In most cases, there's some exceptions to that, but in most cases, they're going to fund the senior loan and the junior loan. The construction is going to take place. They're going to do the draws, and now your project is built and you get certificate of occupancy. And then after you get certificate of occupancy, the debenture happens. And when the debenture happens, that's when that second gets locked in for 25 years on a fixed rate at that time. So during construction of this building, it's going to be based upon what's negotiated with that bank or lender on the SBA terms. So those can vary. But once the debenture happens, then based on the debenture rate, like today, the debenture rate is 6.281 on a 25-year term. So if your debenture were to happen today, that's the rate you would get locked in for the remaining 25 years. So just be aware. Now, if you're buying an existing building, the debenture will happen usually 30 to 45 days after closing. So the bank is always funding the interim piece for that, just to keep you aware of the structure. Now, on an acquisition, the guidelines allow for up to 90% financing. So on a $1 million project, that would be a $500,000 senior loan and a $400,000 junior loan. If it's a startup, they're going to give you a 5% haircut, so you can only go to 85% of total project costs. And if it's a startup and it's deemed a special purpose property, that's another 5% haircut, like a gas station or something like that. So just be aware of the rules. Now, sometimes that's why we use the SBA 7A instead of the 504. In addition to that, the 7A only has a 3-year declining prepayment penalty. Assuming the term is over 15 years, there's always a prepay. So sometimes we just use the 7A, sometimes the 504. The 504's got better rates typically, a little bit more cost. So we go back and forth on the use cases based on your unique scenario. So the senior rate, going back to the 504, the senior rate is negotiated with the lender. And those could vary from a 20-year AM to a 25 to a 30-year AM. Rates fluctuate. Some of them offer interest-only periods during construction. It's across the board. So really, you can be very creative on structuring deals and navigating what bank might make the most sense for your particular deal. Some banks don't like hospitality, so obviously we're not going to bring your deal to them if they don't like campgrounds, they don't like motels, and so forth. Some love hospitality as long as it's a flagged hotel. Well, if your project isn't a flagged hotel, then we wouldn't bring it to that bank. So it's really, what I do is I help navigate the process, I help streamline it and find the right bank. Typically, I'm not charging a fee. I get paid a referral fee or a consulting fee from the bank. So that's how my business model works in regards to SBA financing. Obviously, we also have a franchise division where we help people find their ideal business, whether it's an owner-operator model, a semi-absentee model, or a fully managed model in the franchise world. So that's the space I work in. My background prior to that was construction lending and all sorts of bridge products, and I do some bank placement and so forth. So really kind of funded all sorts of businesses along the way, but I really love the SBA space. Sometimes we'll do some USDA deals, but mostly SBA at this point in my career. That, with helping people buy the businesses, is what I really enjoy doing. So if you have a scenario and you need some help, you can always go to bookwithbo.com and schedule a Zoom meeting with me, and we can talk about your project, what you're trying to do. Are you trying to refi? It's a great time to try to refi a 7A into a 504 or a 7A into another 7A with a lower margin. There's lots of use cases. If you're looking to do a rent replacement, if you're looking to do expansion of your business, that's my cup of tea. So go to bookwithbo.com, and I'll see you on the next episode. If you're looking to acquire a business, stop scrolling on Biz Buy Sell and visit franchiseresellelistings.com We'll do a customized search. You can get on our weekly distribution where we're sending new inventory weekly to your inbox. So visit franchiseresellelistings.com and opt in today. See you there. Hey guys, Bo Eckstein here. If you enjoyed what you saw, please subscribe to this channel. We talk all things financing. I've been in the lending industry for over 20 years, and I'm happy to answer your questions and provide great content.